That's cool. I can do with that.
Hello, Reginald.
Hello, Aisha Hadiya.
How are you?
I'm fine. Are we starting? Is this the start? Is that how? Is how we
This
start?
this is the start.
Okay.
So what's up, you
Reginald.
guys, and welcome back. I'm sorry. Go ahead, get everything out. Get it out.
No, I was just saying Reginald. That's interesting, y'all. For some reason, all you women are calling me Reginald these days. I don't.
Look at that's your name.
Okay, you're right.
You ready?
I'm ready.
What's up, you guys, and welcome back to another episode of Coffee and Apple Juice, the podcast. I am your host, Aisha Hadiya, and this is my brother from another mother, my podcast best friend. Like, we literally family, and he really don't even need no introduction because y'all already know who I got to the left of me.
One of them, yeah. I'm to the left of you?
You're to the left of me, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm pointing at you on my computer screen. Right. Am I to the right of you?
No, you're on top of me.
Oh shit. I guess that's how Zoom do. I guess it just depends on how you got your layout, but whatever. This is my brother, y'all, Reggie.
Absolutely.
From Unapologetic the podcast. Now, if you have not been a listener of my show for long, y'all know that Reggie is my go-to with anything. This will be the second episode that you've been on when we talk about the same person.
You're absolutely right.
You know, whatever the case may be, go ahead and introduce yourself. Cut this light up a little bit so y'all can see my fine ass.
What's up, everybody? Listeners, viewers of Coffee and Apple Juice. As y'all know, I am Reg, the Prime Minister from Unapologetic the podcast, one half of Unapologetic the podcast. My host is Dre. And also I am one half of Aries Talking Sports. You can find us on all DSPs. Don't have a social media for our sports podcast, but Unapologetic is Unapologetic the pod, all one word. And my personal is Reg is amazing. REGIZAMAZIN. Yep, that is me. He is I am him, all that good stuff. Okay. I'm happy that you have me back on. Even though how many episodes ago was I on? It was 3 or 4. This is your 4th episode this season.
I think so. You keep up more with it than I do. So,
because I'll be watching all y'all stuff. I have a podcast day to where I just watch all of my friends their podcasts or watch or listen to it. So, I set aside a specific day.
I really do need to just set some time aside. Like, I listen to them when I'm at work, because I have specific work that I have to do where I can listen to music or listen to podcasts, and I do listen to them. I listen to y'all's or yours while I'm at work, and any other time I have some free time, like if I'm cleaning up, I try to listen to them. But I definitely need to set aside a day where I can just kind of give back and start supporting everybody else's podcast, because I feel like we're not gonna really make it if we don't support each other for real.
That too, and also help you brainstorm too sometimes.
It do, because I get a lot of different ideas from listening to other people's podcasts, not necessarily stealing, but just I can do this instead of that, but it be in the same aspect. So I definitely do a lot of brainstorming and get a lot of different ideas on topics, different segments that I can implement and things of that nature. So I really enjoy y'all's podcast, especially episodes with me on it, but that's just the narcissist in me talking. But anyways,
you should, but I mean, we do good episodes.
We do great episodes.
We have a magic
there. And I feel like that's one of the reasons why a lot of my episodes I'm not too pleased with, because I feel like I don't have a good chemistry with the guests that I have on. I meet people and I have them on as guests, and immediately I have to pretend as if I've been knowing this person for a long time, because I want us to be that comfortable with discussing things with each other. But it's like with you, I get that, but I don't get that with a lot of other people. And I feel like that's the reason why a lot of my past co-hosts didn't really work out and didn't stick along, because I feel like we just didn't have that type of chemistry. And speaking of co-hosts, just to let you guys know, Smurf is no longer with us on the podcast. No bad blood or anything like that. He's just not with us anymore. A mutual agreement between the both of us. No harm, no foul. Just wanted to put that out there in case anybody else was wondering. But yeah, so me and Reggie, we share a really great chemistry. Anytime I need him to be a guest on my show, he always makes himself available, vice versa. When he needs me, I'm there. And I told him, I don't know if you was understanding the text that I sent you the other day, but I had just got done listening to one of your episodes. And I was just like, Reggie, listen, if for whatever reason coffee and apple juice don't pop off like I wanted to, just know that I'm going to be your support system for whatever you may need for Unapologetic the podcast, because I just see it in you. Like you just, I don't know, it's like you have that niche that it takes when it comes to podcasting. You have the right questions to ask, you plan, you do pre-production and things of that nature, whereas I just be trying to get in at the last minute when I got time, and because my work schedule is so hectic, you know, it's causing me to put coffee and apple juice. It's causing me to just push it back a level, and I hate that. But at the same time, you know, my job, that's what pays my mortgage at this time. So until I can really get my work schedule situated to where I can really invest more time and energy into my podcast, you know, it is what it is. But for the listeners and for the viewers, do not think that I'm going to just half-ass and give y'all anything, because I'm not. Anytime I sit down in this chair and I get on this camera and get on this mic, I'm going to give y'all the best of me. I'm going to give y'all the best of whatever it is. The topic is going to be whatever. I'm going to give y'all the best of me. So with that being said,
hold on. So I woke up to that message and I was like, damn, what the fuck did I do? I was like,
because the autocorrect.
Something up. Yeah, I was like, I fucked something up. What did I edit wrong? Because it's like not. Podcasting is not your niche. I was like, damn, what did I do?
These nails, I don't think nobody understand what it's like to have to text with nails. It is really hard. And so what happened was I said the text message sent to him said podcasting is not your niche. And then it was supposed to say podcast is your niche. But I corrected it as soon as I realized it was an issue. So I do apologize for that. I definitely didn't want you to feel no type of way. This is what you're supposed to be doing. This is your purpose. So stick with it.
But listen, you're going to succeed. I'm going to make sure.
I appreciate you for that.
Unapologetic and your podcast is going to go somewhere.
Well, thank you so much for that. Now, let's get into this bullshit that occurred as of Sunday and Monday morning. So
where do we start?
If you've been living up under a rock for the last 72 hours, 48 hours, 72, whatever, then you will know that the internet has been set on. Beyonce's great internet has been set in place by he who is the baby and his baby mama, DaniLeigh. So if you do not know, DaniLeigh and the baby have been going on a series of rants on the internet via live on Instagram, where he has stated that she needed to leave. He's called the police on her. She has been antagonized. She has been humiliated. He called her a side chick, which just didn't sit right with me, but okay. It's just been a whole lot of, okay. Now, I have my theories on what has taken place. I'm sure everybody has their theories on what has taken place. And in the midst of this episode, I will be dropping video clips of what has taken place in the order in which I feel like they have taken place. Now, mind you, because I don't watch lives like that, so I'm getting the bits and pieces that has been posted for the internet to see, okay? But I do have a series of screenshots, screen recordings, live recordings. I have everything that I feel like I possibly need to lay out what has taken place in the last 24, 48, 72 hours, okay? So we have talked about this, and you have expressed your opinions on this. Matter of fact, this is going to be a 2-part episode because it's a lot to unpack, okay? Now, let's talk first about what we seen firsthand. Okay. Now you expressed that you felt like going live was just unnecessary.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so let's talk about that first. Why is it that a lot of people feel like they need to go live and video record and just put the world in their business when it comes to anything domestic related, anything that's going on in their life or whatever the case may be? Like, I feel like that's the effect social media have on us as consumers of it.
Right. Honestly, I don't have a good answer for it because I don't see the reason. His reason, I guess a lot of other people's reason may be to let everybody see I'm not the crazy one here, or this is not me, which nothing he showed us on live, supported the theory of he's not the crazy one here or he's protecting himself.
Right.
But they go live, right? And then they get back together months later, right? And then they wonder why everybody's in their business. Well, you put us in your business when y'all went live. But
right,
for him, so like I told you, for him to go live, I thought it was it made me look at him different as a man.
I definitely look at him different after this situation.
Because you can like I told you, you can record it and not, and hold it for yourself just in case she says, hey, he put his hands on me or he did this, he did that. You can hold that. But for you to go live and his live was all wrong anyway, because like I told you, it looked like he was antagonizing, her. But
especially while she was feeding her newborn baby.
Yeah,
it was all wrong for me.
Mm-hmm. So for him to go live and just do it in general, it just looked, it
looked bad on his part.
Mm-hmm.
And it's crazy because I feel like we are living in a day and age where going live is necessary. Like he felt as though going live was necessary to protect himself and protect his career. He needed to put all this out so the world could see exactly what was going on. Now, my perspective, so like I told you before, my first initial reaction to this whole situation is so many different battles going on, so many different fights going on in this one war. And it's like, I'm trying to pick and choose which one to go with first, right?
Right.
So I'm looking at this situation from a mother's standpoint. I'm looking at this situation from a woman's standpoint. I'm looking at this situation from somebody who has been humiliated by somebody they love standpoint. I'm looking at this situation from a Black person standpoint. I'm looking at this situation from a Black woman standpoint. Like, it was just so much to unpack. Now, the first initial live that we see is Danny Lay sitting in the bed. She's feeding her newborn baby. She clearly looks comfortable. She got on a tank top, some shorts. She don't look like she just got there. She looked like she had just got woken up out her sleep and was feeding the baby. Like she looked like she was at home. Okay, right. Let's just go ahead and put that there. She looked like she was at home. Okay, and then you see the baby going live. I think she stated it was 3-something in the morning. So you see the baby going live. I need to pause for a second. This looks really good on me. I look really pretty right now. Like I ain't never wore this hat. I just always had it. I like it. I like this is a look. I want to start dressing up for y'all from the bottom up or from the waist up to give off a more professional look. But anyways, okay. So she looked comfortable, and then you hear the baby going live with while she's feeding her baby. And I felt like that was just an invasion. Like, even if so let me back up for a second. Danny Lay stated that he woke her up after she had done cooked dinner for him. He came in. She said, I think she stated it was like 3-something in the morning, and he came in and told her that y'all have to leave. Okay. So let's just pause. It's 3-something in the morning. I'm asleep. My newborn baby is asleep. You ain't been here, because you was just at a basketball game with J. Cole. So you haven't been here. So I'm the one that's been up and down with the baby all day, feeding her, changing her, make sure that she's comfortable, trying to get sleep when I can. And when I finally do get some sleep, after I done cooked you a meal, you come in here telling me y'all have to leave. I thought that was extremely inappropriate. I thought that was extremely unnecessary. Why in the fuck couldn't you wait till in the morning when I woke up so we could sit down and have this conversation? And then to add insult to injury, you went live and you basically did this in front of the whole entire world because you're not no B-list or C-list celebrity. Like, you're extremely popular. You have fans that are dedicated to you. So you know your live is going to do numbers.
Yep.
So you did this at 3 a.m. Now I'm up trying to get myself together, trying to figure out exactly what the fuck is going on. So I understand her rage. I understand her how upset she is. I understand everything. I understand all of that. You broke my sleep to wake me up and tell me I have to leave. So the first thing I'm thinking is, well, damn, I just had a baby. This my baby daddy telling me I gotta leave. Where the fuck I'm gonna go? Oh, but you can get a hotel. Really? The father of my newborn child is putting me out at 3 a.m. So I get why she's upset. Now, of course, on Blue Ivy Carter's Wi-Fi, y'all coming down on her for using the term nigga, but I feel like that girl been using it. We ain't been had no issue with it, but now all of a sudden we got an issue with it. I don't think that's the problem. I don't think that's the problem. That's not the problem here. Okay. So then the police was called. So we have a live where the police was called. And she's basically telling y'all, fuck y'all. I ain't, where he at. She's visibly upset. She's verbally upset. And that is understandable. You woke me up at 3 a.m. You woke me and my baby up because now I'm up. She's probably hungry. Need to be changed, all this and all that. So now I'm up having to, get her situated. I'm feeding her. And you basically showing you embarrassing me in front of the world, the mother of your child who you laid down with and made a baby with. Like, really? So after that takes place, it dies down. But then here in the next morning, everybody got some shit to say now. Oh, let me state that a statement was made by the baby, as well as a statement was made by Danny Lay. They put their statements out. I will include them here so y'all can see that their statements. But nonetheless, the next morning, it's like, here this shit go again. Now, the next morning when the baby went live, we assuming Danny Lay done left. We assuming she was escorted off the premises and she gone with her and her baby at a hotel somewhere or whatever. That's what I assume. But 14, 15 minutes into your live, she pops back up. She ain't went no fucking well. She still got that same motherfucking tank top on she had the night before. Cause Sus said, bitch, I ain't going nowhere. Me and my baby finna go back to bed. Okay. And she pops up in his live, and that's where, he goes, well, you was my side bitch, da 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 da.
And Shawty is not my girl. Ain't never been my girl. Is my side bitch.
It's your what?
No, my side bitch. Shawty is a certified side bitch.
It's fucking embarrassing me like that.
Shawty is a certified side bitch.
Up.
Just trying to act like she ain't. No, let's take it there. Her parents know she's my side bitch. Everybody knows she's a side bitch. She don't want y'all to know she's a side bitch. She got to save her face. She got to crash all the way out.
And I'm just like, no, she was not a side bitch, because a side bitch would indicate that you have an actual woman. Where is your actual woman?
Absolutely.
Okay. So part 2 of this episode would be the rules and regulations and terminology needed to be used when it comes to having a side bitch, because goddamn, you ain't finna make us think this girl was your side chick, not taking pictures like this.
Okay, so I was just about to ask you this question too. You're saying that is a side bitch, they know they're a side bitch, right?
Some
because
do, some don't.
I thought
some do, some don't. You can have a girlfriend at home and go out and decide to start, kicking it with another girl. You could be spending time with this other girl to the point where she don't even know about your woman.
Okay, so because
that's what a lot of these situations play out. Like, now in your mind, she's your side chick, but in her mind, you her boyfriend.
Right. I was thinking that I guess a key requirement of a side bitch was to, okay, I know my position. I know whatever role I'm going to play in his life and whatever role he's playing in my life. Now, later on down the road, there might be feelings that are, gained, and okay, I'm not willing to play this role. So that's when the other complications come in to where, you doing little slick shit like liking his main woman's pictures and
starting
DMs
shit,
and all that.
inboxing,
Starting shit,
all in private.
right?
Yeah, that's
But
one
I thought that, a side, more than like, a side bitch knows that, okay, this nigga has somebody else. But
a
I
lot
guess
of them
there
do.
are
You do have
situations.
dudes who let the other girl know, look, I got a woman at home, but I'm feeling you. I still want to kick it with you.
Okay.
I'm gonna look out for you when I can, but I got a woman at home. I don't want to mess that up. You have some dudes that do keep it real like that, but then you have those ones who they don't let us know, or they don't let women know about they woman at home. And so we're assuming we're the only woman until we find out we're the other woman. Okay. But once again, we're going to talk about that in another episode. Now, my issue with him saying that she was the side bitch is, in order for you to have a side bitch, you have to have a main bitch. Because if you ain't got no main bitch, she ain't no motherfucking side. She's an entree. There's a difference.
Can you just have a bunch of sides and no main?
No, you can just have a bunch of bitches you fucking with.
Okay. All right.
So now, when he said that she was the side bitch, I'm automatically thinking, oh shit, so him and Mimi must still be together. That ain't right. Cause him and Mimi just had a situation a while back where they was on going back and forth with one another on social media. So from my understanding, him and Mimi wasn't together. Yeah, he take care of his daughter, he take care of his kids, but him and Mimi ain't together. At least that's what we thought. But then here, a couple days before all this shit happened, Mimi posted a video that I'm going to insert. Mimi posted a video of him and her son in recording a music video together. So is him and Mimi back together? And now all of a sudden, because you and Mimi back together and she ready to come home so y'all can play house, you got to get rid of Danny Lay? Because that's the vibe I'm getting. You ready to make shit work with your baby mama because there's rumor that she's pregnant again. I'll insert clips here. Everything that I'm speaking on is allegedly, because we don't know for sure, but there is rumor that she's pregnant again. So if that's the case, then I can see why he came home. Or I'm not saying I understand, but it would make sense why he would want to go ahead and get rid of Danny Lay, because he ready to bring baby mama home so they could start nesting for this new little baby. Those are just my assumptions. I don't know exactly what's going on. This really is a conversation that's above my pay grade. I can't afford to be in these people business like this, but y'all know how I am. I got to bring y'all the shit that's going on and that's going on. Okay. So whatever the case may be, we have that live where he considered her a side chick. And Danny Lay was like, well, before I go out bad again, let me post these receipts because, sir, we've been together for the last 3 years on and off. You left me when I told you I was pregnant, but then we got back together before I went in labor. So she has her receipts where she's showing pictures and videos of them together. And in one of the videos, I'll stay here, he tells her, I love you.
I love her.
You love me?
Mm-hmm.
How much?
That's not enough. Nah.
And she said, I love you too. And she said, how much? And so do dudes fall in love with their side bitches?
Ain't that
because my side dude been around for a
rules.
while, but I don't think I love him.
I thought that was against the rules.
Oh, so there are rules to side dude. Oh, yes, we're gonna have a part 2 on this baby because I need to know. So anyways, Phil said, I got my receipts. Who your side bitch? What nigga fly the family out and get me a plane and a jet and a boat and all this shit for my birthday for us. Who do all that for a side chick? Now I'm not saying that it ain't niggas out here who don't take care of their sides, because it is. But you was public with your side. Everybody knew about you and Danny Lay. Everybody knew as soon as she popped up pregnant, it was yours.
Yeah, there was no secret.
It wasn't no secret. This wasn't no sneaky link that turned into a relationship. Y'all was together. Sis got you a car for your birthday.
She even wrote a song.
You wrote a
so that song was about
her and had her in the video.
Right.
My little bitch is a masterpiece.
Yeah.
Is this what we doing in 2021?
Let's go, Mr. Kirk. What are you doing?
Okay, like somebody fucking the game up.
Yeah.
Somebody messing it up. Somebody not understanding their assignment.
Yeah, that ain't side bitch. That ain't sneaky link behavior.
That's a girlfriend.
Yeah.
You know her whole family. She know your family.
That's our fuck with you
girlfriend.
Heavy. That's our fuck with you heavy behavior.
Heavy.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is what caught my attention, because I caught the baby in a lie. So I caught him in a lie. I don't care. Now, sis said she been at the penthouse for the last 3 months since she gave birth to her baby. Him and his assistant said she just got there a week ago. Now, follow me, camera. He stated in his live that he went to Dominican Republic, didn't like the hospitals and the conditions down there. She came to his hotel and he got her back to the States, got her to a private doctor, got the baby everything he needed. And if y'all was paying attention closely, he said, and I put her in a penthouse, did what I was supposed to do, got the baby everything she needs.
She does not live with me. When did she get here to where we at? A week ago. We see the hospital, we see this and that. I'm already like, you know what I mean? I don't really want, no child, The conditions is what it is, but it's a different country, so, it's cool. I'm rocking to whatever beat, you know what I'm saying? I'm rocking to whatever beat, you know what I mean? I didn't, I got the child on the way, I'm stepping up, and however it go, that's how it go. The child being born in DR, whatever. Shawty gets into it with her parents while I'm out there in DR, me and my assistant, while we out there. They got their whole thing going on. That ain't my business to be telling y'all. It ain't, That's not my business to be telling y'all. You get what I'm saying? Long story short, they get into it. Me and my assistant, I took my assistant to book the jet for the following day so we can get up out of here. We ain't from here, we don't know what these folks got going on. Let's go. You get what I'm saying? Let's go. I come back, take care of my baby once she get here. Right now, we gotta go. My assistant, like, you do not need to leave her in that household. You do not need to leave your baby out here. Not need to leave your baby out here. I'm like, nah. Book the jet. From that night to the next morning while we waiting on the jet to be there, Shawty calls my phone, call my assistant phone, her mama, DMing my cameraman, calling and texting my assistant. Her mama them trying to control her, trying to keep her over there. She trying to run away with me. I'm not trying to have nothing to do with none of this shit. I'm just trying to take care of my baby when he get here and make sure my baby gonna be straight when she get here. I'm not trying to have nothing to do with nothing. Like, you get what I'm saying? I'm not trying to have nothing to do with nothing. I'm just trying to step up to the plate as a man and take care of my baby, no matter how I ended up having the baby. It's a blessing to me. This just, this is how I'm set up as a man. You know what I mean? She called me 150 times. I'm like, nah, you need to stay here with your people. You need to, you know what I mean? Yeah, you need to work out what you got going on. All this shit is on, all this shit on record, because Shawty, that's how Shawty go all out with shit. Like, Shawty will text me 100,000. This shit really is deep. You get what I'm saying? But that's what I'm in. It's my reality. This what I'm mixed up in. So I got to stand on the business and still be there and take care of the child. But, so I'm like, nah, you need to stay here. You need to stay here, Shawty. It's real deal. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, Shawty packed her shit and pulled up to the hotel we was at with her shit in the car. You know what I mean? Like, this shit get deep now, with her shit in the car. My sister like, don't leave her. Like she's calling my phone saying she don't feel safe if she stay here, had a kid out here. She don't want to have a kid out here. So me being the good-hearted nigga I am, you get what I'm saying? I said, okay, fuck it. Come on, get on the jet. I called a private doctor. They had the baby. She had the baby. They delivered the baby in America the next day. As soon as the jet landed, delivered the baby safely. You know what I'm saying? Way better hospital conditions, all that. And then I'm making sure that she's set up with everything she need. I go get everything. I go get everything, you know, everything. Anything a baby can possibly have, I go get it. I set it up at the penthouse down here in the city. But I'm making shit clear.
She had the baby the next day. Y'all gotta listen to what y'all gotta listen. Cause that's what he said. So how is it she got there a week ago, but a day after she had her baby, you got her a penthouse? Cause it sounded to me like she been in that penthouse since she gave birth to that baby.
Yeah, laid up.
Playing house.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and let's go back to the beginning. So apparently all of this happened because Danny Lay had got a Plan B ordered to his condo.
Allegedly,
she got a Plan B sent to the house. Like she might did a little DoorDash, little Instacart or whatever. Had them bring her a Plan B because they had been having unprotected sex since she been there.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why this all happened, because she had got a Plan B sent to the house. Okay, so if this don't sound like a nigga that need an excuse to get out, I don't know what to do.
It now that you put it like that, it sounds like, you know, because I'm pretty sure the last couple weeks, 2 months or so ain't really been that right for him. So they probably been laid up in there for about the last 2 or 3 months since all that shit happened with, you know, his comments about the LGBTQ plus community. So he ain't been on tour nowhere. He ain't had nowhere to pop out really. So I'm pretty sure the best thing that they told him was like, look, lay low till this shit blow over, and what else he had to do?
Lay up with his house
mama and nutting her and whatever else. So now
because I don't know a nigga alive that's having protected sex with their baby mama.
Now he's back in the public. You know, he can tour again soon. New EP out. Charlotte Hornets been playing almost they about 15 games in. We ain't seen him at a Charlotte Hornets game yet, but now, you know, he got an EP out. He can tour again. Now he's at the game courtside with J. Cole, and life is back to normal. So now
sound like to me home. A nigga needed an excuse to get out.
Right. Now that you say that, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Now when Lil Baby, Coi Leray, when they came and did a concert here in Charlotte, he was a special guest or a surprise guest at that concert, but even still, he was still at home. So yeah, that's what it sounds like to me.
Yeah.
You know, so whatever the case may be, y'all, this shit is all over the internet, all over the blogs. There's a lot of, you know, celebrities and fans showing their support to Danny Lay, because at this point, she's at a crucial point in her postpartum. Okay. Yeah. She is at a crucial point where she can literally go into depression, postpartum, all of, like, she's just at a crucial point. She just had a baby. Mm-hmm. This is her first baby. She shouldn't be going through no stress right now. She should just be focusing on loving and nurturing her new baby girl.
Right.
And she can't, because she got to deal with the foolishness of the man who she thought she was in love with and in a relationship with. I refuse to believe that he has been making it known to her that we're not in a relationship. Now, I could be wrong. Because Danny Lay could be one of them ones to, you know, just be one of them ones that think it's more than what it is. I could be wrong, but at the same time, it ain't no sworn secret that women are emotional. You can't be having sex with me unprotected and then nutting in me raw like you want another baby with me, but then telling me we ain't together. You can't do that with me.
No, yeah.
You can't, not with me. Cause nigga, the first time you fuck me right, we go together. The second time we finna get engaged. The third time, nigga, we married. The fuck? Why is you being weird to me? The fuck? No. Now, all of this is just fucking ghetto to me, if you ask me. I think
very much.
The going live was extremely unnecessary. Now, like I told you, I would have recorded it, but I would have kept the videos in my back pocket. And if she would have came out and made like the situation was something that it wouldn't, hold the fuck up. I got proof that this is what happened. You know what I'm saying? But nonetheless, the baby feel like he lives in a world where he just have to go live. And then it killed me how when he go live, he be like, y'all know I don't go live about this. But he go live after everything that happens to him. When he shot that kid in Walmart, he did a live. Afterwards, like a couple days later, he did a live. When he got into this situation with the LGBTQ, he did a live. When his brother passed away, he did a live. When his dad passed away, he did a live. So we're not finna sit here and make like, this ain't what you do. This is what you do. You feel like you always have to get out into the front of the story before everybody else tell their story. You know what I'm saying? And just like you said, he ain't never been trending for his music. He always be trending for other shit that he done.
Right. Which is sad in a sense.
Very. The first time the baby was trending, he showed up to the music awards in a fucking diaper. Like, come on now. It's just a whole lot of. Now, a lot of people are wondering, what do Mimi have to do with this? And if y'all don't know, Mimi is the first baby mama, okay? The baby mama of the daughter who he is always seen with. You know, he shows her off always. That's the first baby mama. Now, apparently, Mimi done went live, and, you know, she had her 2 cents to say. Celebrities never tell us what we want to hear. They always put around what's really going on. Whatever the case may be. Mimi has her live, she went live, and you know, she gave her 2 cents on whatever the fuck she felt like. She was telling a whole lot of nothing, but she went live and said what she had to say. And like I told y'all, I really feel like she jumped in it because her and the baby is back together. She pregnant with the baby. She pregnant with another the baby. Okay. And it's to the point where, look, if we're going to be together, you need to get that bitch up out that penthouse because I'm ready to come home. He needed a way out so he can make Mimi happy. And there it is. Danny, you got to go. Right. Because even though I fuck with you and you was my girl at one point, most of my feelings is with Mimi because we just got a lot of time invested. You know, so hey, I guess he don't like a yellow bone ain't what he want after all. Look, it's just a whole lot.
So now, do you think that song was made to antagonize baby mama?
At first, when we did the episode back on episode 21, we did an episode on it, and at first I didn't think that's what it was. But now realizing that the beef between her and Danny Lay, or Mimi and Danny Lay, is more than just what it is. It might have been like, bitch, I'm fucking on your nigga. Let me make you mad a little bit. Right. You know, it might have been.
So there's another woman out there, right?
There's the second baby mama, because Danny Lay the third. There's a second baby mama. Now, sus ain't said nothing.
But no, isn't there another one that just posted something about he bought his baby mama?
So there's a hairstylist who posted, and I will include the screenshot here. This hairstylist stated, I knew that nigga wasn't the shit. I knew that nigga wasn't shit when he booked a hair appointment for his baby mama after beating up my pussy. So he fucked you and then booked an appointment with you for his baby mama.
Is that a secret though? Like, I mean, that he's not out here fucking. That's not a secret. Does anybody in their right mind think that the baby ain't out here in cheeks?
Well, I know he is, but here's my thing. When the baby first came on the scene, he made it clear that he don't follow females on social media because it's a distraction. He trying to stay focused. But just because you don't follow them on social media don't mean you don't follow them in these streets.
Yeah.
You rap about fucking all the time.
That's one of those
so we ain't
stories
finna make like you out here like some saint being faithful to one woman.
Yeah, I would have never assumed that or guessed that or thought it.
Right.
Never.
So it's just, honey, this shit was all over the internet, and I definitely wanted to put my 2 cents in on it. Reggie, you said something, but you ain't really say a whole lot, I guess, because I just been running off. Y'all know I'm motor mouth made bail when it comes to these type of topics. When I just have views and opinions, I just have views and opinions. Like, it's just
there's a lot of things into it. You know, especially when you scroll social media and you see like what people are saying. One thing, do I think that Danley didn't have nowhere to go? Not at all. I'm pretty sure she had somewhere to go if she really wanted to, but she didn't leave because it's more to the story in that relationship than what the baby is telling us. And I tend to believe more of her side in that aspect of the relationship, because a woman is really not going to lie about what the fuck is going on in the relationship. Not to the world anyway. She, you know, as a man, him, like I said, him going on social media, you know, live was, I hate to say sucker shit, but it looks that way. It looks that way. And then, you know, you're talking about protection. Of course, you got to protect yourself because you are $1 million asset to a lot of people, not just your family, but to these record labels, to, you know, club promoters, a lot of like Charlotte, you generate money. So those people that were in there, not gonna let nothing happen to you. I'm pretty sure they can record as well, and you don't have to go live. And as a man, a lot of people do this these days, and man and woman. I don't get the point of making your child's parent, mother or father, look bad, especially like that. You know, that's something that child is gonna have to grow up to and you know, live with for the rest of their life. And then what? 9 times out of 10, they always get back together anyway. So now I just made you look right now. So now I just made you look stupid, or you made me look stupid, and 2-3 days later, we back in each other's arms. I don't know. Is the whole situation is weird. I think all that shit could have been resolved behind closed doors. I'm still waiting to see, you know, since they told us everything anyway, go ahead and tell us what led up to him feeling like he need to go live. Because her having a plan B deliver.
So I think what you're asking is, do you want to know? We already know why he went live, because he has a lot of deals on the table. He has a lot of, you know, he trying to save his career.
Right.
So, you know, that's why he went live.
But what are you?
But we want to know what caused this whole situation from the very beginning.
Yeah. What are you going live to protect yourself for? Like, you went live to protect yourself, but why?
So in his statement that he put out, he stated that she was physically abused. Oh,
but why?
She was charged with 2 accounts of simple assault.
She was.
That was later put out. She also put it out there that she had she left the penthouse, so she's no longer in the penthouse. With him, she did leave. She is safe. She's, you know, she's gonna take some time away from social media, which I totally understand. But it was put out that she was charged with 2 accounts of simple assault. I'm not exactly sure what simple assault is, because bitch, you either hit him or you didn't, but whatever. Right. I feel like he went out bad, but she went out bad too, because there's no way in the hell a nigga finna stand up and tell me to leave and I stay.
Absolutely.
Like, sus, I would have served him some hell of a fucking child support papers and would have went on with my life. Would have went on with my life. I would have never stopped. I would have never fucked with him again after he left me while I was pregnant. Because that's the time when you really need him the most. You pregnant with your first child and he left you. I wouldn't have went back. But you know, of course, when you in love, your heart, it tell you to do shit that your mind telling you not to do. So I get it. But I don't know. It's just, go ahead and get your lawyer to get y'all some child support papers put together and just handle your business and take care of your baby. You see what type of nigga he is.
Mm-hmm.
We ain't never heard of no success story of him with no woman successfully.
As of
Never.
yet,
You the first
right.
girlfriend we done known for him to have besides the baby mama.
Yeah.
Everybody else is just bitches he just been fucking on. He went out bad because we, the people, we see how you treat the mother of your child.
Mm-hmm.
You showed us that. You went live. You made that decision thinking that it was gonna have you looking good on your part.
Yeah.
But no, we see you as a fucking, like, how could you?
Mm-hmm.
How could you? And then to try to save face, you want to put on like you father of the year. Father of the year don't, just because you take care of your kids, that don't make you father of the year, especially when you treat your baby mama like that. And she is the one that has to take care of your kids when you're not around.
So you're talking about the video that he made after all this with him holding the baby.
When him holding the baby, he trying to make like he father of the year. No.
So she was still
he
there.
Still
then,
witnessed you verbally abusing your baby mama.
Right. She
you
was still
literally
there,
told her she had to leave in the middle of the fucking night with the baby.
Because I believe I don't believe that he was there with the baby by himself. She was still there.
No, she was still there.
Yeah, she wasn't going nowhere without the baby. No.
She was still there. That baby wasn't leaving until she left.
Exactly.
Baby is too busy of an artist to be a full-time dad. Not by himself. He's gonna have to have a team to help him out with his kids while he's on the road, doing interviews, doing tours, doing concerts, doing music videos, recording, etc. You see what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
No, we're not finna. The baby lost me with this one. He lost me. I was already falling back because I didn't like how, even though it was a situation where he was quote unquote defending himself and had to take that little boy's life in the Walmart, I don't like how he was parading it around in his music. That's where I was starting to get turned off. But this situation right here really did it for me. This really did it for me. Because it was triggering, and it was triggering for me because I used to have a baby daddy that used to talk to me like that. I got a baby daddy that still feel like he could talk to me like that. Now I check his ass, but I got a baby daddy that feel like he could talk to me like that for whatever reason, whatever animosity and anger that he got built up against me. But I got a baby daddy that talked to me like that.
Right.
So this was triggering for me. Now I ain't never been in a position where a nigga felt like he could put me out. You can't put me out of my own shit.
That's the question.
But
That's the question I was just about to ask you. So, and this probably off on a whole nother episode of topic. Do you feel like men that throw that out there, hey, you can get out, women, even if a woman do it, because there are women that do it too, the spouse or whoever give them that power because of you're the breadwinner, or you pay the majority of this, or you pay all the bills. Like, for instance, let's say a woman says, I want a man that pays everything. I just,
and he feel like because he pay everything that he have the right to put her out.
Yeah. Do you think that's where they get that entitlement and that power from?
I feel like that's one of the reasons why a lot of women don't want a man to be the sole provider for them, because some men do. A lot of men don't know how to handle that type of power. A lot of men feel like because they pay all the bills that they can go out and cheat. And they can put you out when they want to. A lot of men do feel that way. A lot of women who are sole providers feel that way too. That's why a lot of men don't like when the woman make more money than them, because she feels entitled to abuse her power. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to that, But my whole thing is, if I'm gonna be with a man that's gonna pay all the bills, baby, you're not gonna be the only one getting money. I'm definitely gonna have me a bag set up. A rainy day fund, because the second you think you finna put me the fuck up out of here, don't ever think I ain't got nowhere to go. I ain't got no money to fall back on. You know what I'm saying? So in situations like this, we know Danny Lay ain't broke, but at the same time, it's definitely a good thing to have you a plan B, so to speak. Ladies, we have to accept the fact that we're not living in a time where we're dealing with men who aren't like this. So we need to prepare ourselves for the day that our man decides to turn on us and flip on us and decide he want to put us and the kids out. And we have to have some type of plan B for ourselves, because I'm not going to sit here and make like every man that's out there paying all the bills does not have this type of mentality.
Right. Absolutely.
You know, so if I ever come in contact with a man who wants to be with me and love on me and my kids and wants to pay all these bills, that's good and fine. But Aisha got a savings account that she adding to every paycheck.
You know, I don't see you doing that. I don't see you saying, you know, I'm good with that. I see you. Well, look, I'm gonna get this car note, or I'm gonna pay. I'm gonna get.
Oh,
this
I want some type of input. I mean,
we're gonna do something.
So even if a man does come in and pay all the bills, or does come in and provide majority of the financial needs or whatever, I can't just sit here and not do nothing.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna be doing something that's gonna get me some money because I like to spend money.
But you gonna also want to feel like, you're
that I'm needed.
You're providing.
Yeah.
You're valuable around there. Like,
most
no,
definitely.
Like, you're not doing all this shit by yourself. Like,
right.
Yeah.
Right.
You paid this house note, but guess who was paying this damn electric bill? Like, the house is good, but it ain't shit without this electric bill being paid. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
Or whatever else. Like, no, this is a team.
Yeah.
And we built this shit together. It's a
partnership. We're gonna do this shit together, regardless of who pay what. As long as we're meeting the goals at the end of the day, it don't matter who pay what,
Right.
But nonetheless, like I said, they got on Beyonce's internet, used Blue Ivy Carter's Wi-Fi, and decided to bless us with this foolishness. My heart goes out to Danny Lay, because as a woman and as a mother, I definitely feel for her, but I'm also at a point where I'm done showing sympathy to women who are not putting forth the effort to wake the fuck up.
Okay, talk about it.
The baby was he is a narcissist. He gaslighted her, led her on. He was charming when he needed to be to get what he wanted. You know what I'm saying? But ultimately, it was all about him. Nowhere in that statement, or nowhere in none of the lives, did he mention, I wanted Shawty to leave. My baby could stay, but she had to leave. Nowhere did he mention it. This shit ain't about the baby. This is about you making room for your other baby mama, allegedly. I'm over it. Like, I'm literally, I unfollowed him. I no longer will purchase any of his music. If it come on the radio, I'll listen to it, but I'm not downloading anything. Like, I just can't support. I'm done supporting this type of behavior for my own personal entertainment. And that goes for all other rappers and artists that, like, I'm just done supporting this type of behavior. If we really want to put a stop to this bullshit, then we have to put a stop to it.
Right. Now, we can't totally dismiss her too, because I'm pretty sure what role.
I mean, I was never a fan of Danny Lay.
I mean, I don't know what role she plays in this. Is she toxic? I believe both of them are toxic.
I believe both
they're
of
toxic.
them are.
I believe they're toxic together. Is she the type of woman that is, toxic and like the hitman or whatever else when she get out right? I think
I get that vibe from her.
Yeah, I probably, but I do think, a lot of women can get in that mode when you flip that switch and you provoke it, or you push them to the edge, just like men can. I mean, you can show me a bunch of men and I know them and I'm like, you know what? He'll never put his hands on a woman, but you never know what this nigga do once he's provoked or he's slapped or he's pushed or whatever else. So I just think that they need to step back like they're doing and realize that, this probably ain't it. We don't need to be together. There's too many people that are trying to force relationships
that they know not gonna work.
Right. That they know not gonna work, and they're too toxic for each other.
That goes to like staying in a relationship for the kids.
Bad idea.
You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. That, yeah. Or bad staying idea. Because they can't maintain without you, whatever the case may be. Right. Like it's a lot of that going on nowadays. And
how can you be happy? How can you be happy when just by how can you be happy living in a house with somebody that makes you unhappy, but you just want to see your kids smile. Like you're not going to be any good for your kid if you are mentally,
if you miserable, that shit
right,
gonna wear off on you.
Yeah, exactly. And kids notice stuff like that. Kids notice stuff like that. They grow to like really like notice how mom and dad then interact or like this or that, and you know things start to play back, especially the older they get. You're just making the kids' life more miserable than what it should be.
Yeah. At the end of the day, this relationship is done ran its course. I really feel like I really hope and pray she really do learn from this, because I would hate for, you know, it get to a point where they decide to be back together. I really would hate for that, because there's no good gonna come from this.
Right.
There's definitely some healing that needs to take place. There's some evaluation that needs to take place. Ultimately, you know, I try my hardest not to take nobody's side, but at the end of the day, I'm a woman, I'm a mother, you know, so I feel for her. Now, there was rumor where I think he stated that, you know, allegedly she was using him for her career, but I'm trying to figure out what career. Danny maybe got 2 songs that I know. Nobody is really rushing to the stores to buy her music or rushing to stream her music like that, you know, and I'm not trying to downplay her as an artist or anything, but I'm just saying, you know, if y'all been together 3 years and you've done nothing for her career, so what exactly?
Yeah, I ain't seen no Danny Lay album on the
you know, so I'm just I ain't really buying it. But you know, whatever the case may be.
I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Do you think this is going to be a pattern for her, as far as in, because it looks like she has a particular type. I can't really pinpoint who she's been associated with, like far as in her past man, but do you think this is her type?
I think Black men are her type.
The baby.
I want to say no. I hope that this isn't a pattern for her. I hope that this is a situation that really wakes her up, to the point where, you know, she decides to try something new when she do decide to date again. I really do hope that we don't see her in the news anymore for situations related to this or maybe similar to this. I really do hope that she find love, more like a Sierra type of Meg Thee Stallion type thing. You know, they was both in toxic relationships and then they got out and they found someone that really completes them and makes them happy. And I want that for her. Yeah. But at the same time, if you don't hit your head hard enough, you ain't gonna really wake up and realize that, okay, I need to start switching some things up. But as women, a lot of us can't help what we're attracted to.
Right. She better find Russell's prayer.
No, she need to find Sierra's prayer.
She need to find Russell's prayer.
No, Russell's prayer is for the dude. She need to find Sierra's prayer.
Sierra ain't got no prayer. Russell is Russell's prayer. Russell got really.
I need my husband, whoever praying Russell's prayer,
but
to come find me.
So one more narrative that I don't like, that I would like to speak on. The floating around issue that people are saying, what can you expect? This is what happens when you start dating or messing around with Black men. Black men don't really treat Black women right. So what could she have expected? And that is the dumbest thing I've heard and I've seen, because white men do this, Asian men do this. I mean, I think it's not a Black man thing. It's a people thing, because there are women.
It's a man thing, period. Okay.
Yeah, but there are women that do this. I have a friend that was his wife was making more money than him, and she made him, and once the shit hit the fan and they got in arguments, she made him feel like he wasn't shit, and he without her he wasn't nothing, and he can get out when he should leave whenever she tell him to get out.
Yeah. So you're right, it is a people thing, because not just men do this, but women do this too. But ultimately, to stereotype Black men like that, that's Black men and Black women. That's the problem. Yeah. You know, not all Black men cheat. Not all Black men dog date the mother of their kids. Not all Black men put you through stress like this, you know. But I mean, that's the world we living in now. Like that's a part of the problem, and we need to fix the problem in order for the perception of Black people in general to change. You know, like this, I mean, it is what it is. You know, I'm not gonna sit here and say that all rappers are this way. But at the same time, and matter of fact, no, we can't say that all rappers are this way because we haven't heard anything about Moneybagg Yo cheating on Ari or fucking around on Ari, and they've been together a little minute now.
What about Dirk? Is Dirk in it like that? No.
We ain't never heard nothing about Lil Durk in India either.
No.
You know, so it's just at the end of the day, it's just certain individuals that just carry on with this type of behavior. Right.
It's social media. We put too many people in our business. I can't tell you when I've ever heard a white couple going live saying, "Oh, I need to protect myself," or "She this. I told her to get out. She didn't get out." Like, you don't see that from white people.
Because white people I feel like white people don't handle their situations like how we handle.
Exactly.
We feel like we have to, even though we want to be private, we feel like we got to put everybody in our business.
Exactly. So that narrative.
The second we buy something new, we showing it off on our social media. The second we take a picture in some nice clothes and we feeling ourselves, we show that shit off. White people just enjoy life.
Right. So we help them out with that narrative when we start putting them in the business or showing them specific things. Like that's where they get it from. Because, you know.
I can agree to a certain extent. I feel like white people wouldn't have a certain image of us if we didn't portray that image to them.
If black women wasn't on Beyonce's internet talking about black men ain't shit or niggas ain't shit, then white
they wouldn't use that as, and I feel like a lot of the bullets that they load their gun with to fire at us, we hand deliver them ourselves.
If black men wasn't on the internet talking about black women's attitudes or they this or that, they wouldn't have a narrative to go with. Right. It wouldn't be no, oh, she got a black girl attitude or a sister girl attitude or whatever else. Yeah. But that's another topic for another day.
That's another topic for another day. We can
go on about that on and on and on.
We definitely could, because I feel like these white girls out here that are culture appropriating black women, because they see it as a trend, they see that it's popping. You know what I'm saying? We give them the cheat sheet to either use against us or to try to beat us.
Right.
You know, so it is what it is. But it's like when it comes to black people, it's not just one particular type of black person.
No.
You know, it's so many different varieties of black people when it comes to the moves we make, the attitudes we have, the way we view things. It's just all of us think different. We don't all think the same.
Absolutely.
You know, when I went out and bought a new car, my first instinct was not to take a picture and put it on social media. For one, I don't want motherfuckers thinking I got money. I don't want nobody to feel like they can be comfortable to call my phone and ask me for something. That's what I don't want. But then you have other black people who feel like they so proud of what they did that they have to show it off. One thing a content creator got online and he said, "Baby, you ain't got to tell the world you got money, because when you got money, it's gonna show."
Very true.
So it's like I just been running with that ever since. Yes, I posted that I purchased a home online because that was an achievement that I didn't even think I could accomplish, you know. But ultimately, I'm not bragging, so to speak, about, oh, I bought a house, I got this and I got that, my house worth this much. I'm not doing that. The most that y'all see is what's behind me. I don't really be online showing off my house like that. You know, I'm proud of my accomplishment. I'm proud of the goals that I've accomplished. But, you know, it's people out there who not on my level, so to speak, or not in my space to where they can feel that way for me. Y'all, we keep forgetting that it's people praying on our downfall. We keep forgetting that everybody ain't going to be able to afford Christmas this year. We keep forgetting that everybody ain't up like we up. You know, so the last thing we need is to give them people a reason to do whatever they feel like they need to do to get to where we at. And when I say whatever they need to do, that's what I mean. On Christmas, I'm not showing off Christmas gifts and shit like that because somebody out there didn't get Christmas. But you know what? They may feel like they got to do what they got to do to get Christmas for their kids. So guess what? Somebody's house finna get broken into. Somebody finna get robbed. Somebody finna get beat up and take it for everything they got. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I think about things like that before I go posting shit on social media. My social media is really just me being humorous. I post pictures of me. I try my hardest. I don't like posting pictures of my kids. That make me extremely vulnerable. But every now and again, I post pictures of my kids. But like, that's really it. I try my hardest not to do a whole lot of bragging when it comes to social media, because everybody not gonna feel the way you feel about your accomplishments and your goals. You know, so that's a whole nother topic for a whole nother day though, because when we start realizing that it's a whole bunch of different types of Black people, then our views and opinions and the things that we see going on within our culture will start making a lot of sense to us. It's a lot of shit that motherfuckers do that don't make sense to us because we keep thinking that they want us when it's just a bunch of us. The Black community itself is a melting pot of different Black people.
Yes, it is. Yes,
all of us think different. I feel like the shit the baby did was extremely disgusting. You got Black people somewhere agreeing with what he did. I think that shit was disgusting to bring the world into y'all affairs like that. That was disgusting. I wish a nigga of mine would.
Right.
Bitch, I'll shoot you in your ass right now if you don't cut that goddamn phone off.
Yeah. Do you think she was ready to show the baby yet? She wanted the world.
She was not.
Okay.
She even said, I hate that this is the first time. I hate that this is the first time y'all get to see my baby.
That is a bad look.
She said something along the lines of that.
That's a bad look too. The first time that
we see your baby is when you and your baby daddy going through domestic bullshit. You know, so this whole situation was disgusting. I really feel like if they was gonna record it, they should have just recorded and kept the videos in their back pocket and then released them whenever they felt like they needed to. Ultimately, I do hate that women in general, and I'm not just talking about Black women or white women or Puerto Rican women, I'm talking about all women. I really hate that we're still going through situations like this. I really hate that we give a nigga our all, we give a man our all, and we get asked to kiss in the end. I really hate that we going through shit like this. And, you know, I feel for her, but you know, it's like something in me want to say, girl, but you knew better. But it's like that organ that's in our chest, that one that beat, that pump blood through our system, that shit is powerful. And when it's locked in on something, you can't change its mind.
Yeah.
You know, so ultimately she was in love and she just got caught up with the wrong one. I hate that a baby was the result in all of this, because the baby is the true victim. You know, this little baby, she don't know nothing about what's going on, but she can grow older and Google her mama and daddy, and then these videos pop up. Because once it's on the internet, it ain't going nowhere. So the shit is there, you know. So I really hate that for the baby, but you know, ultimately, you live and you learn. You live and you learn.
This video gonna pop up too when she Google it.
It will.
There'll be so many podcasts and everything. Especially
I posted it on Twitter yesterday. Like the podcast community, the culture of the content creators is going crazy trying to get their shit together to put out some content for their listeners, because that's what they doing. They giving us shit to talk about.
Yeah.
You know, so. But nonetheless, this was another episode of Coffee and Apple Juice, the podcast. I want to thank you so much, Reggie, for coming onto my platform and speaking with me today. You really did a lot of listening than you did talking, because y'all know I just talk too much, and I'm sorry, but I just be having so much to say about certain things. So
they didn't come here to hear me talk.
They came to look at you with your fine self.
No, they came to listen to you and look at you.
I do look good, though, don't I?
Yeah, you do.
Y'all, I'm growing my hair out so I can get dreads. So hence the wig. But I love this little hair. I might wear this to work today, even though I don't really work in an environment to be looking this good. But
after we talked about the fade doing what the fade is supposed to do.
Yeah, the fade was not given. So I went and got a haircut for my birthday. I'm gonna post a picture here. I went and got my hair cut in a fade, and I just didn't like it. So like I got a little bit of alopecia. on just the sides of my head, which I think is weird, but whatever. But I got a little light case of alopecia, so my hair doesn't grow as full as the rest of my hair do. So I had my barber cut it in a fade, thinking that it could kind of blend it in. But what I failed to realize that because the issue with my alopecia is so high up, he had to fade my hair up high, so it made my face look really skinny and really long. And I don't like that. I like having a full round face. So nonetheless, I didn't really care for it, but it is what it is. I'm growing it out so I can get me some locks.
The lock journey starts.
When it grow out. So probably I'll say about the summertime of next year, I'll be ready to go ahead and start it, see what it's gonna do. Because I want a hairstyle I ain't gotta do a whole lot with. I loved having my haircut because all I needed was a haircut every couple weeks. Haircut didn't cost what, $25, $30 at the most. I think I paid $65. The most I paid for a haircut was $65, and I didn't mind paying it, because he did a really good job, and he educated me about my hair, which I hardly ever get from a barber. But whatever the case may be, that was okay for me. Versus having to buy a wig at $300 and turn around and get somebody to put the shit on for $250 more. Like that's like, and I ain't got it like that. Not right. I got it like that, but I ain't to invest in no hair. That's only gonna last a week or so.
And not this time of year either.
Yeah. But Reggie, go ahead and plug in your podcast again, and let's get on up out of here.
All right. Well, I am Reg, the Prime Minister, one half of Unapologetic the podcast, one half of Aries Talking Sports. Damn, I don't know how that shit came out like that. But yeah, REGIZAMAZIN. Reg is amazing, all one word. Instagram, Unapologetic the pod, all one word on Instagram. We're anywhere that you can get your podcast, Apple, Spotify, YouTube, all that good stuff. Thank you for having me on. And this don't even feel like we was doing a podcast. Just feel like you FaceTime me and we just talk
right.
like we did normally.
Listen, we talk about this shit every day, all day long. Right. We are literally a podcast within our phone conversation, within our text messages. Like, this is what we enjoy doing. We enjoy voicing our opinions on certain things. Speaking of podcasts, as of January 1st, 2022, I will be rebranding the Coffee and Apple Juice podcast. As much as I love the name Coffee and Apple Juice, I think it's time to go ahead and lay it to rest and rebrand my platform with a new name. I will be revealing that name soon enough. But until then, I am combining all of my social media. So on Instagram, I have a Coffee and Apple Juice podcast, as well as I have a Coffee and Apple Juice Instagram for the podcast, as well as a personal Instagram for myself. But the older I get, the more I do not like being on social media. But because I have this platform, I still want to share, just keep you guys in the loop of everything. So what I will be doing, as of December 1st, there will no longer be a podcast Instagram. I am combining all podcasts and personal content onto one platform. So if you are following the Coffee and Apple Juice podcast on Instagram, I need you to go to your Instagram right now and follow my personal Instagram, which is I am Aisha Hadiya. So follow my personal Instagram, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep you guys in the loop with everything that's going on with the podcast, as well as maybe dropping a selfie here and there, dropping some memes here and there. But I just need to downsize to just one account, because trying to keep up with two is just entirely tiresome for me. I'm changing, I'm growing every day, and social media really just ain't it for me. I noticed that I'm not on Facebook as much as I used to be. I hardly ever use Twitter. I'm not on Snapchat as much. So Instagram is like the go-to social media that I use, but even still, it's having two accounts is just too much. So as of December 1st, I am combining both of those podcasts and personal Instagrams into one, which is I am Aisha Hadiya. So stop what you're doing, go to your Instagram and follow me now at I am CashAishaHadiya. And then as of January 1st, the podcast will be rebranded. I will be releasing the name of that soon. I'll still have some different segments and things going on for the Coffee and Apple Juice, but for the most part, I am ridding the name, the Coffee and Apple Juice, and I am rebranding the platform to something else. So be looking for new pictures, be looking for new logos, be looking for a new theme intro, which I absolutely love my intro. I love it so much, y'all. When my DJ made it for me, y'all, I fell in love. When he first made it, I was like, but then I got to listening to it and I was just like, God, I love it. That's why I don't want to change it, but I'm growing and my show is growing with me. My platform is growing with me. So it's just time for a change. I've had a lot going on with the Coffee and Apple Juice podcast, but now I just want to rebrand and just start fresh. I'm going to change the name and change a lot of things, but I'm going to keep all my old episodes because nonetheless, that represents me, that represents where I've come from. So I'll still keep my old episodes. We're still going to be on the same platforms everywhere. I'm just going to be changing our name. I'm going to be reminding you guys all the way up until January 1st, but January 1st, the Coffee and Apple Juice podcast will no longer be named the Coffee and Apple Juice podcast. So with that being said, thank you guys so much for sticking with me. Thank y'all for watching me. Thank y'all for listening to me. Thank y'all for following me. Like I said, when I do get on this camera and I get on this mic, y'all gonna get the best of me. Period. I'm not gonna half-ass with y'all. So thank y'all so much for following me along this journey. Until next week, this is Aisha Hadiya, your host of Coffee and Apple Juice, the podcast. Thank you so much, Reggie, for joining me. And we out.
Like, share, subscribe.
Like, share, subscribe, all of that. Do all those things. All right. Bye.